Man, I should listen to you guys more often. But you know what's not fun? Trying to transport wood that's 8 feet long home from Home Depot in a 2011 Chevy Cruze. No bueno.
I'm SD, and when you start tailoring your own clothes at home, you're gonna be sort of presented with a little bit of a fork in the road. And that fork is in regards to, well, thread. And you're gonna be all like, well, do I go down the cotton thread path or the polyester thread path? Well, I'm gonna solve that problem for you, and there's two things that I hate: ill-fitting clothes and long intros. I think it's about that time. Let's do this. First and foremost, what a lots of sewing purists and enthusiasts are going to tell you that, well, you need to match up your thread with your project. So that means if your project is cotton, then you need to make sure that you use cotton thread. But let me tell you something, it does not work that way at all. I 99.998% of the time use polyester thread. Why? Well, I'll get to that in a second. No, don't get me wrong, cotton thread has a lot of benefits to it. It's eco-friendly, they've been using it for like 10,000 years, and it's super soft and it feels great, but there's sort of a big problem with cotton thread, and that's the fact that it doesn't really stretch very well. In fact, it doesn't really stretch at all. And polyester thread, on the other hand, no, it doesn't have that problem at all. It moves and bends and flexes and stretches with us. And you know the flex test? Remember when we did the flex test? Yeah, cotton thread, it ain't passing the flex test. All right, so I'm at my local Walmart where I get pretty much 90% of all my accessories, but look at this. It's like slim pickings for thread. They got like light blue. They have this stupid neon green down here. Like, give me a break. I just want black. This one down here, this one might suffice, but look at that. That's seen better days. There's a reason why that's there. So let's not with that one. All right, moving on. Okay, so despite the fact that I'm not going to get this blue thread here, this Coats & Clark brand, this is what I get all the time. I'm really happy with this brand. It's just normal, all-purpose polyester thread. It's a really, really good price. I mean, it's $2.44. You can't really beat that. I mean, you can beat that, but for starting out, that's great. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So down here, this is some cotton quilting thread that they have down here. Now this thread feels amazing to the touch. If you were able to get the strength and durability and the stretchability of polyester thread, but you're able to get it to just feel like this, oh, I'd be so happy. I would be in heaven. I wish I could describe to you how this felt in proper adjectives, but, well, I'm not really a walking thesaurus, so I'm not really good at that, but just trust me, it feels great. Anyway, moving on. Let's see what else we got. Now, I need black and I need white thread. This one here, let's see what we got here. Okay, it's like gray. It's not black. It's like not black, literally not black, but well, okay, that's good. Coats & Clark brand, I like that brand again a lot. It's good. I might have to deal with this one anyway. I need threads, so I'm probably going to pull the trigger on this one. Whatever. I also need white here. What do we got? Okay, so this is another one. It's like not white. It's like cream. I mean, it's cheap, 97 cents. It's going to work. And I guess since everyone's making masks, I'll just take what I can get. Now, as far as all these scissors go, just get normal fabric scissors. Do not get all-purpose utility scissors. These scissors here are great for all of your sewing and your tailoring projects. Just get a normal pair like this Western brand, this Westcott brand here, Fiskars. These are really good too. I mean, come on. You can't really beat the price. Now, they're $6.47, which is good because these scissors are going to last you forever. If you just use them on your fabric, you will be happy. Don't ever use them on paper, ever, ever, ever. These are kind of funny. These are some heavy-duty sewing needles. I've never seen these ones here before. These are 110-18. You know how thick that is? It's ridiculous. These here, don't worry about these. These are some embroidery needles. Again, everybody's out making masks, so this is kind of all they really have. They have a couple of those left, but we just need some regular, just normal universal needles, which luckily they do have. Look at that. I mean, it's a good price. You get a pack of 5 of them there. Awesome price, $2.97, and that package there will last a while. It's going to last a really long time. They have a pretty good amount of universal needles. Oh, sweet. So they have some denim needles, which are a bit more spendy, but you're not going to tailor denim as much as you will thinner materials. So despite the fact that it's almost twice the price, that's okay, because you'll get like the same amount of length from them anyway. Let's keep looking around here. I had a subscriber ask me this question. Hey, SD, how about these accessories right here? Don't use these. Do not use these. These are for hand sewing. They're not for tailoring your clothes with a sewing machine. You can tailor your clothes by hand with this, but if you try using any of these accessories on your sewing machine, you are not going to be a happy camper. So just don't do that. All right, I gotta tell you this story. So I made a video on cotton and polyester thread, and in that video, I told a story about how I had blown a side seam in my shirt at my job. See, what had happened was someone decided they were gonna take a giant step backwards for no reason at all, causing me to drop a ramekin full of pizza sauce all over a guest that we had at that time. I never got along with this person that I worked with, and it was a really frustrating situation for me. Now, anybody in the service industry will be able to tell you that those ramekins, if you drop a ramekin, I don't know what it is about those things, but whatever's actually, whatever's in it will be propelled like 100 feet that way. It does not matter what it is. So if you drop a ramekin of ranch, for instance, oh, good luck. So this ramekin of pizza sauce gets all over this guest. It's all over the back of their chair, all over the back of their shirt, and it was even in their hair. And the guy that I worked with who decided he was gonna take a giant step backwards at that moment tried acting like it was my fault, and I'm like, yo, no. That's not how this works at all. Anybody, again, in the service industry knows that you always watch where it is that you're going. You don't ever take steps backwards. You don't go side to side. What you do is you turn your head and then you go in that direction that you want to go in. Or you call it out. You don't just go, all right, guess I'm just gonna do this today because that's a good idea. No, so I decided to start doing the right thing and I start cleaning it up. I take a towel and I start wiping off the back of the chair. I hand another towel to the guests so they can clean off their clothes, and I'm like, all right, well, it's all over the floor too. I should probably take care of that too. All right, here we go. Rip. I decided to listen to the purists who told me that I needed to, since I was wearing a cotton t-shirt, my work shirt was cotton, I had to use cotton thread in there. And it does not, doesn't like to move or bend or stretch or allow you to clean up ramekin messes on the ground, let me tell you that. Now check this out. The guy who I was talking about in that video, he ended up seeing it farther down the road. He's like, hey man, I really like that YouTube thing that you're doing, but maybe you shouldn't like talk about people that you know. And I'm like, well, it's not like I made this story up. It actually happened and you tried blaming it on me. And oh, weird, you're still working at that same restaurant doing the same thing. Okay.
I'm really excited about this background. Now, my old background, I kind of took some feedback and you guys were totally right. With a brown background, I just kind of blend into it and I get lost and it looks really weird. My old one too it wasn't as wide as this. This is 8 feet wide. What ends up happening is I like to talk with my hands all the time, so it's like, okay, well, if you're talking with your hands and you're out of frame, like if you're too close to the camera, it just looks really weird. It looks like you don't have any arms, like you're just kind of flopping them around. But since this is 8 feet long, I can stand back a lot farther, I should say a lot farther that way, and I can have the camera farther over here so that I'm like actually in the frame. Now, a couple things that I'm really excited about. This guy, I used 1x6 shiplap boards, so they're really thin and light. I could have used 1x6 I would have used 2x6. I used 2x6 boards on the other background. I think that's what I'm getting at and trying to say. It's super heavy. We're going to get to that in a second, but these ones here, these are really light. And if you've been watching my story, I made it last weekend now, and if you were watching my story, I kind of just showed the process of what I was doing. One of the things that I'm most excited about this background, in addition to the fact that it's nice and wide, is look at this down here. I put some wheels on there. I put, they're called casters now, and the casters are sitting underneath some 2x4, so that's my support. Normally what I would have done is I would have just put these 2x4s on here, and it would have just been stationary. But no, since it's on wheels, what I can do is I can move this anywhere I want in our basement. I can get it out of the way if we have people over so they don't come over and they're like, what's up with that giant white background? That guy's really weird. I can move this anywhere I want to. I'm really excited about that. And as far as the old brown background went, I liked it. All the wood that I got for it was really expensive. So what we have here is the old one. Now, like I said before, it's not as wide as I would wanted it. It's not as wide as I wanted that old background to be. And here's something funny that we ran into as far as a problem. This is the paint that I used for this whole project. Now, I'm gonna show you something here. If you were watching my stories over the last couple of days, you're gonna notice something. One of these things is not like the other, and by that I mean this can up here, this one is pure white. Oh, perfect, that's exactly what I want. So I painted all this stuff in pure white. But look at this one down here. You notice how everything is kind of the same? Oh, except it doesn't say anything about being pure white. Ooh, yeah, I had to find that out the hard way. So I got this can and I started painting and I started to get to the end of this can. I'm like, okay, cool. Good thing I got 2 cans. I can just pop open the other one. Oh, awesome. This one is not like the other one at all. But here's what we got going on. So this is the dress shirt that we've done everything to this dress shirt now. We took in the side seams. I should probably move this paint out of the way, huh? I don't want to spill any of it. I don't think look at this. I didn't hammer these down right here. So if this tips over, oh man, I'm gonna be in trouble. I'm gonna do this just to make sure that nothing happens. Glad I caught that. Now back to this shirt right here. What we have done is we've tailored this entire thing. We took in the side seams right on the side there. We also threw some darts in the back of it. So we got 2 darts right down there. But no, we're not done yet. We're not done. Let's say you wanted to make your dress shirt into a short sleeve dress shirt. You want to make your long sleeve dress shirt into a short sleeve one. Can you do that? Yeah, it's super easy. It's actually one of the easiest tutorials that we're going to do on this channel. So this one is a normal short sleeve dress shirt here. And I'm doing all the hard work for you guys because normally what you would have to do is you would have to measure it. So you'd have to figure out how long you wanted your sleeve to be. If you didn't have this short sleeve one right here, what you would do is you would kind of measure it and you'd ballpark it. You could try it on and do the flex test, see if you like the length of the sleeve. It might be too long, it might be too short. It's trickier that way. So I got this one here. This is the perfect length for our sleeve right here. So we're just gonna transport the length of this sleeve onto the length of this sleeve. And that's really cool and it's really helpful because what could happen is you might get like a rip in your dress shirt sleeve and you just, you don't wear it anymore, you want to get rid of it, or you like wearing short sleeve button downs like this, but you're at the mercy of, well, what does it look like? Is it a white one like this? Is it a Hawaiian shirt like us dads like to wear? You don't really know. So with this tutorial, you can just make it the way that you want it to. You can take whatever dress shirt you want and you can turn that dress shirt into a short sleeve dress shirt. So just use polyester thread. It's cheap, you can find it anywhere, and in the majority of the tutorials on my channel, we are using polyester thread, not cotton. I kind of sort of just wanted to do my due diligence and explain to you what cotton thread was, because you're gonna find it everywhere, but if you're just trying to tailor everything in your closet, you'll be fine with polyester. So now when you go watch that video in the end card on how to tailor your own jackets at home, you know that we're using polyester, so you can kind of speed through that video really fast. SD out. See ya.